Hello fellow leggers, guess what? It's cold and it's dark and it's raining, which means we must only be in London.
I'm cold, I'm wet and I'm just plain scared. Where's that from, fellow leggers?
Comment below.
Comment below, guess the quote. But you might want to say for this one that we are open sesameing on a brand new year of Bal reviews with Magic Goes Wrong at the Vaudeville Theatre.
Ooh, so stick around to hear all of our thoughts.
Find out how many stars.
And whether it's break a leg
or leg it. So lucky to be invited along tonight to see Magic Goes Wrong. It's the brand new offering from Mischief Theatre.
Okay.
Now their previous offerings include comedy about a bank robbery, they have Peter Pan Goes Wrong, Grown Ups, which was here at the Vaudeville just recently. And of course the play that goes wrong, which won the Olivier Award for Best New Comedy at the 2015 ceremony and has gone on to find critical and commercial success on Broadway, off-Broadway, on tour and even in Australia.
It was that production that really launched Mischief Theatre.
It was. We saw that before we were leggers and we absolutely loved it.
It was brilliant.
Masters of Slapstick. They've got 3 productions running in London at the same time at the moment. Isn't that amazing?
It is, and they've also got something on the BBC, right?
Yeah, they have the Goes Wrong show, which we've been really enjoying with the little leggers actually. Great family fun entertainment.
Really good stuff.
Check that out if you're in the UK on the BBC. Really good.
Okay.
Now, Mischief Theatre itself was founded in 2008 by a group of graduates and students from Lambda, including Henry Lewis, Jonathan Sayer and Henry Shields, all of whom continue to write and perform for Mischief, and they all appear in Magic Goes Wrong.
They're in this, here we go.
Yep.
Exciting stuff.
Magic Goes Wrong itself is a collaboration between them and the undisputed masters of comedy illusion themselves, Penn and Teller.
Controversial, but they are masters. They've got some proper experience.
Yeah, they've been around for a long time. They've got shows on in Vegas. They've done worldwide tours. They are masters.
On TV as well, on Channel 4 for a long time. They had a great show as well.
They did. In this production, the original Mischief Company play a hapless gang of magicians presenting a charity event as accidents and fundraising targets spiral out of control in the 2 hours and 25 minutes including interval. So stick around for our 30-second interval breakdown.
And as usual to the end to hear all of our thoughts and find out how many stars. Whoop. Fellow leggers, it's the interval, which means it's time for the breaker leggers. 30-second interval breakdown.
Go, what do you think
so far? I'm enjoying it. It's really good fun. There's a number of acts. It's moving very swiftly. All of the stuff I've seen before in Mischief Theatre, but done to really, what's the word I'm looking for?
Standards.
High standard. I love the improvisation as well.
We're about to talk about high standards when everything goes wrong, but they are masters of improvisation, masters of physical comedy, and this suits them so well. I'm grinning from ear to ear. It's just so joyous. Pure entertainment is what I'd say so far, and bring on the second act.
More illusions, more fun. Fellow leggers, we've come to the end of Magic Goes Wrong. Should we start with you?
Do you know what's going wrong? My blooming hair in this wind, I tell you. I'm so swept right now, guys.
Okay, what do you think?
What did I think? I had a whale of a time. As I mentioned in the interval breakdown, what this is pure entertainment. Grinning from ear to ear throughout the vast majority of it, starting to get pain in the cheeks. And if you've come for a night out and feel like you want to get your money's worth, because it's a great full show, continuously moving, with a spectacle, with laughs, with audience participation, so don't sit near the front if that scares you. But you know what, if you're willing to throw yourself into it, you'll have a great time.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it, smiling from ear to ear. It's stuff we've seen them do already, but just in a different context.
Yeah, do you mean with the slapstick sort
of
physical
I think they are
humour?
the current masters of that work.
Yes.
Do you know, we haven't seen it for a while, really. I think probably Fawlty Towers was a
with the
big
dining
thing.
experience had a lot of slapstick.
Well, I'm thinking more of who have been the past masters of this kind of comedy genre.
Okay.
And this has kind of been a bit of a vacant hole, really, for this family slapstick entertainment. And they've come in and filled it. That's why I think they're so popular.
Yeah.
That's why there's so much going on here in London to do with Mischief Theatre. The BBC have swallowed them up. They just know what they're doing.
They are
put together great stuff.
And it is isn't just one skill set because it's acting, because each of them are playing a character, but it's a huge amount of improv, which in itself is an absolute skill set.
Working the audience.
Yeah, it's a different league. It's a completely different thing to acting, to be able to react to an audience and to not know where you're going to go from night to night. There's a lot that could go wrong with this show, and they are taking their lives and their careers in their hands by throwing themselves at the audience's mercy.
And I think that's the clever thing, is that we think that we know it's going to go wrong, but it's the craft and the orchestration and the logistics of how they make it go wrong seamlessly. Like, there's more to it than it just going wrong.
And I want to mention,
real craft there.
Because, and you say with the craft and with the illusions particularly, it's still a magic show. You still get all of those big illusions. You get that Vegas style, you know, people being in boxes and filled with water and the drownings. You get the cut in half. You get all of those things that made the likes of David Copperfield and Siegfried and Roy popular. No tigers, though.
No tigers,
but
we
you do get a bear.
No spoilers there, but we do get a bear. I think what's really nice is we see different styles of magic. So I guess the premise is it's a charity event for a wannabe magician, and he invites a number of acts along from some European acts as well. So all different types of acts to support him to put on this show, and that's the premise. And if anything, I think compared to other Mischief things we've seen, the plot is quite thin. That's the longest start of it. So there's no developing characters as such, but you've still got the acts, and the magic is them going wrong, but then kind of putting out the ace card and actually did it go right in going wrong, and how did they do that to make it go wrong, even though it's right and wrong?
It's still a head scratcher, and you still get those wow moments with the big magical reveals, even though the journey there is fraught with perils and pitfalls and danger.
And comedy.
And a huge amount of comedy. It's so funny, it really is. Let's move on to some of the cast now. Can I just put it out there? Whoever is in charge of the German entrant for Eurovision, please contact Spitzmas and Bar, because I think they would be an amazing Eurovision double act. I'm a huge Eurovision fan, and I've seen Germany turn out a lot worse than these girls. Spitmaus, played by Bryony Corrigan, and Bear, played by Nancy Zammit, are just hilarious. Physicality is brilliant. They know their limits as well, which is really, really funny. And if you see it, you know what I mean. When they bite off more than they can chew, it's hilarious because it's just so knowing in what they do.
Do you know what I really like? I like seeing Nancy. What I liked actually is seeing this cast in another incarnation. Because we've seen them now, and it's seeing them in different
in other Mischief.
So I really enjoyed what Nancy was doing in this. Something completely different, busting out those dancing moves. I really enjoyed that.
She makes me feel body confident. She makes me want to just get out there and be Bear.
Be Bear. You'll get the reference when you see it. Okay.
Also, Dave Hearn as the Blade.
He's really fun. He's quite a fit guy.
Spends a lot of time at the gym.
To say that.
I'm admiring the gym work that the gym time he's putting in. It's paying off.
His cute craft. Really, he knows how to work that cute craft. Although saying that, he's slightly different today.
He is. He's a little bit more edgy than we've seen him before, but he's still got that amazing enigmatic smile.
He plays the modern hip skateboarding Blade.
Yeah, think Chris Angel, think David Blaine, but sort of a little bit more rough around the edges. Do you know what? He's a great actor. He just is a great actor.
They're all great actors.
They are. Talking about great actors, Henry Lewis as Mind Mangler.
Mind. I thought he was absolutely brilliant.
Do you know what?
I've forgotten how good he is with working with the audience. He was so responsive to the audience. The audience were heckling and shouting out, and he picked up everyone and made something of it. He's one of those people that no matter what he says, it's funny. Someone else could say it and it wouldn't be funny.
His timing is impeccable.
It's hilarious.
His timing is impeccable. Also, the guy masterclass at improv. Like, if you could spend a day with this guy, he could teach you so much. If you're looking for great if you're studying acting and you want a great example of fantastic improv in situational comedy, this is it. It's him. Break a Leg as nomination.
What?
Best supporting
First
actor
2020 nomination.
in a play, which I guess this is. For Henry Lewis as Mind Mangler.
And what is it? It's listening
Yeah.
and lightning quick
Lightning.
reactions.
Drag queen wit.
I say it's about listening.
Put that on your poll poster, David. Henry, you've got drag queen
Who knew
wit.
that just trying to get an audience to be quiet
Getting blown away here.
would be so funny?
Yeah.
And yet it was.
Yeah.
It's genius.
Hilarious. Let's also mention Jonathan Sayer as Mickey. Mickey,
Yeah.
the sort of like stooge of the group.
He plays those characters so well.
Yeah.
He was one of the three characters.
And
He was great.
Not time to mention anyone, but definitely Henry Shields as Sophisticato.
Yeah.
He led when we saw the play that goes wrong.
He's the leading
he's
director,
the
I
leading
think.
director. Sort of, he puts on the actual. He's driving the narrative the whole time, and he's
Yeah.
such a good front man.
Absolutely, his
I'm
frustration.
putty in his hands.
I tell you, the audience members were so good, and the way he worked with the audience members, like thank you,
Yeah.
in these when it's all going wrong, trying to hold it together, was comic genius.
Yeah.
These guys are
He
comic
is a
geniuses.
comic genius.
Did I say that these guys are comic
What do you
geniuses?
think of these
I
guys?
think they're freaking comic geniuses.
There's a reason they've got 3
There's a
shows
reason.
running in the West End
Did
right
we
now.
say that?
We have now.
They're packing
trying
up.
to
They
kick
kind of
us
want
out.
us to go.
Let's round it up.
Well, you're
then.
probably wondering how many stars we are going to give Magic Goes Wrong, which is currently playing here in London's West End at the Vaudeville Theatre.
We are going to give 4.
4 stars!
It's great fun. Do you know what? A lot of the illusions I've seen before, it's nice to see them in the goes wrong, goes right sort of category.
Yes.
What this lacks slightly is originality, because it is that tried and tested formula now that we've seen them do before. And some of the illusions, do you know what? There's nothing really groundbreakingly new here.
Okay.
But strip all that away, and if you are looking for great comedy, great writing, and a fun, fantastic full night out, which is well worth the money, I would say, come to Magic Goes Wrong.
Yes, really good. I say, if anything, it's just the narrative, missing the narrative a bit for me, but it's still really enjoyable. Enjoyed every single act.
Really
Do you know what I
strong
thought?
elements.
I would love for the Little Leggers to have been with us. She said
Yeah.
there's an age rating on
Well, they
this.
say 11 plus is
I
the
don't
guidance
think there's anything
for this.
massive in
It
there
depends.
that I thought.
I would say it depends on the individual child.
Maybe.
If they don't like gore and they don't like the occasional swear word, then don't bring them.
But there's nothing
if they
massively
can
in the swear
handle
word. It was pretty
then
family friendly.
Yeah, a family friendly
Teenagers.
show.
So the
I
Little
would
Leggers are
definitely
10
bring the
plus,
Little
and I
Leggers.
think they would have had a blast because
Yeah.
they love the Goes Wrong show on BBC.
And it's slapstick.
And they would have loved this.
Accessible and timeless humour.
Absolutely,
But
it's
hey,
accessible to everybody.
That's just what I think.
Oh my goodness, and totally what I think.
What do you think? We'd love to hear from you, so let us know down below. Don't forget to subscribe. Hit the like button if you like us. Hit the don't like button if you
Be
don't.
something,
Be something.
don't
Don't
be
be
nothing.
nothing. And also, we're over on Instagram for behind the scenes stuff, in and out of our lives. So catch us there as well. We're the Breaker Leggers.
And we'll see you again soon.
Bye. The lines catch us again soon. Have you gone wrong on purpose?
Goes Wrong!